and Sarah here from Marital and today we are bringing you another edition of Marital Money Mondays. And today we'll be talking about our envelope system.
So basically, we'll link below to where we talked about the Financial Peace University review of what we did. We did the DVDs. It came with this envelope system. If you're not familiar with what an envelope system even is, basically it's just like different envelopes with different amounts of cash in them that you carry around and you pay cash for things. That's basically
with
all it is.
Categories too.
Yeah, so we don't use the envelopes for things like bills or anything we buy online. We don't use it for, debt payments, that kind of stuff. It's just for like stuff we actually go to a store and hand over money. Instead of using a card, we use actual cash. So we just thought it would be helpful to go through and actually take you guys into our envelopes and tell you how much on average we spend and how much money we put in the envelopes every month. We've been doing the envelope system basically since we got married, off and on. More on than off, I would say, loosely.
Yeah,
anyway.
it's kind of all blurred together over the years.
Right, but we're very diligent about it now. And this is what works for us right now. We've had different ways of doing it in the past, but we've just been kind of dedicated to trying out this wallet for the time being till we think of something different.
And so far, it's been working pretty well.
I mean, I don't love the paper. It gets ripped and stuff, but it is what it is. So basically, it's just this blue wallet. There's different envelopes in them, and you just open it up. And then there's cash inside, whatever. I mean, it's the middle of October when we're filming this, so they've kind of scrambled around. We're not good about actually writing in it how much is left. Like, we kind of just have a sense and we just look at it if we need to know. But anyway, so we'll just walk you right through what our categories are. So very first category we have is groceries, and there's two different envelopes for this. We have a Costco envelope, and then we have just like your weekly groceries envelope. The Costco envelope we use at the start of the month. We budget $2.50 for that, and keep in mind I run a daycare, so we have a lot more groceries than a normal family of two people and a toddler would have. We could get by on probably $300 a month if it was just our family.
And we have done it before.
Yeah, that's what we used to budget every like $75 a week. But anyway, so we budget about $600, $650. So we do a Costco haul at the beginning of the month. It's what we've been trying to do. We budget $250. We didn't spend anything near that. So anything that's left of the $250 just goes into the weekly amount. So we budget $250 for Costco, $350 weekly, and then anything not used in Costco goes into the weekly one.
Yeah, so the last time I went, I think I only spent maybe like $80, which is great because we didn't need that much stuff. Right. Because we're kind of... It's tough because the way we do groceries, it's like a bi-weekly thing, and sometimes we run out of things, so you got to go over here. But wait a minute, we're not going till next week, so we're like, confusing. It's a limbo.
We're still working out the kinks of it, but that's our goal, is to try to buy a lot at Costco, so it's more like just produce and stuff we have to buy during, on a weekly basis.
Next one is pet. If you guys don't already know, we have one dog. She is like 11 years old. She doesn't eat much food. Grooming, we don't take her to a professional groomer.
She has short hair.
We probably have to get her shots eventually, but that'll be coming down the road. Yeah. So we buy her food probably once every 2 to 3 months. Yeah. She only eats maybe like a cup and a half a day. She's a medium-sized dog, and we go by the recommendations on the bag. And we like to buy her the really nice stuff just because she's old and
she's
because
gluten intolerant.
And for some reason, she just can't have gluten in her food. So if we'll give her like a treat like that, as like a piece of bread or a piece of pizza crust, because we want to treat our dogs well, she just can't keep it down.
She throws it up.
So
we learned once we switched to gluten-free, she stopped throwing up all the time. So.
Yeah, so if you guys can afford it, I do highly recommend buying better dog food.
Yeah, we get the Rachel Ray. We used to really splurge like $70 bags. Now we get it's like $45. Yeah. It's a Rachel Ray gluten-free brand. So. That's that. So $45 every other month. Whenever we're getting kind of low on her food, we budget that. And then we used to have a personal care envelope, a household envelope, and a Celia envelope, our daughter. But it became very confusing because we pretty much buy all the stuff in that category at Target. So we'd be at Target trying to split it up, and it'd get very confusing. So now we just lumped it all into one. So we spend $200 on things like shaving cream, shampoo, conditioner,
cleaning stuff,
mascara. That would be the personal care. Household would be cleaning stuff. We don't buy paper towels anymore, but napkins, you know, dishwasher detergent, that kind of stuff. And then Celia, that's mostly just diapers, or if she needs like a sippy cup or, you know, something along those lines, would come out of that $200. We also have dining out.
We do about $50 for that, and that kind of we usually don't use that too much because we've just been so used to being at home and trying to eat at home, just trying to save our money.
Yeah, it's more for like a weeknight to go to Subway a couple times.
Yeah, it's just nice to have, like, when I come home from work, I usually don't want to cook, and if it's like a weekend, you know, we just want to go and eat somewhere. So like a couple weekends we went out to a restaurant and had some burgers and had a good time.
Yeah, and we try to stay pretty cheap. Yeah. And then if we get like money, like a random check, like I took my friend's photos, got $50 for that, so we just use that for dining out. So that's kind of how we like to do the dining out. We don't like to take a lot out of our budget. Yeah. And then for personal spending, we were doing $25 a month. If the month has like a surplus of money, like we're throwing like $1,000 or $2,000 at debt, we will give ourselves about $50 of spending just to keep ourselves like, okay, we can keep doing this. We can still spend on ourselves a little bit if there's something we've been wanting. Or like I went out with my friend yesterday and I bought coffee. I bought us both coffee, which was a great thing to be able to treat her with my personal spending money and not affect our budget.
I think I show, if you guys watch our vlogs, I bought that green rolly massager with my blow money.
Yep. It's just kind of like little things you want throughout the month that are, you know, not in the budget, but you want them, and so you feel like you can still have a little bit of freedom, which is nice. But if the budget's really tight, we'll either eliminate it or drop it down.
And I'm not gonna lie to you, I got like my blow money like 2 weeks ago, and I haven't spent it all completely, which is crazy. Normally it would have been gone like instantly, and I'm just like,
yeah, you kind of hoard it, which is kind of fun too, to save up for stuff. We also do a family fun fund, which we budget about $50. So that may include dining out, like if Stan wants to take Celia out for breakfast, or if
I took her out for ice cream once, that came out of that too.
So it's mostly I'll use it if I'm taking Celia somewhere and we want to go get some food, or maybe we go to the children's museum or pumpkin patch. We used it on last month. We bought some pumpkins with it. It just gives us that freedom to be a family and really encourages us to not feel like we can't spend money when we're as a family. So we get out of the house because our time really with each other is very precious because we don't have weekends together. So it allows us to have a little bit of fun. We also, if there's like gifts we need to purchase that month that aren't birthday gifts, so like my two friends are having babies right now, one just did, so we don't have like a sinking fund for that. I'm sure we could, but I feel like we would just add to it again after that month, so we'll just add it to the budget. So that would go into envelopes if it's something we're going to go to the store to buy. Every so often we'll do a date night envelope. We put $50 in it. That doesn't mean we'll go on a date that month. It's just going to sit there till we use it.
And sometimes it'll just roll over to the next month, or if we want to go out again as a family, we'll just make it an extra like family fun dining out addition to that envelope. Yeah.
So those are like our main envelopes that we do pretty much on a monthly basis. The only other things that we would have in an envelope would be like a month when I need a haircut, I'll take that money out. Celia's Halloween costume this month, we got an envelope out. Just those random things, oil changes, which that actually came out of the sinking fund, but we did take cash out for it.
It can,
you know, it's basically anything you would go into a place and pay cash for, that's what you would take your envelope out. So we're not tempted to like swipe our card and overspend in those areas. We just know we're not even taking our card out, except if I'm spending sinking fund money and I already knew that, I'll swipe and then go in and adjust it in the budget, but that's enough.
We don't even
today's video
hardly reach for that. I don't even remember the last time I swiped my card, honestly.
Yeah, so the cash is really great for that. So that's basically it for that. How do you feel it's going?
It's great. I don't know. I mean, we stopped because we had a lot of life happened, and we stopped, and
it got confusing.
Yeah.
I think
I'm
that's
glad we're back on it again.
The hardest part about it is I'm at home. The envelopes normally stay in the diaper bag, but Sam will be the one running to get stuff. So it's a matter of making sure he has the money. That's been the hardest part, but I think now that we've really trained ourselves that we're not swiping for anything, he remembers a lot better, and I try to remind him.
Don't get reminded, or if I forget it, well, I can't get whoever, then too bad.
Yeah, we're getting a lot better in the self-control area too. So Or he'll swipe it and I'll adjust the budget somehow.
Try not
but
to,
we haven't had
really
to do that.
Yeah,
it really does screw things up. The other hard thing is online shopping. So what we've done is we just have a line item in our budget, $50 for online, if there's something we want to buy online. I know some people will just take cash out of the envelope, like if they buy something household related, they'll take that out. But we rarely have like the amount of bills we need to, like let's say it was a $43 purchase. What are the chances I'm going to have $43 exactly in my household fund? And then I have to take it to the bank and deposit it, and it gets very confusing. So we just, if we know we're going to buy something online, we'll just won't take as much cash out for that category, or we just use the online spending. If it's one of our categories we're spending on, we just do it that way. It's worked for us so far. We really even considered
like getting like an Amazon gift card and just reloading it.
Yeah, which that would work too. Yeah. You know, it's a work in progress trying to figure that out. That is the one really kind of confusing part, because if you forget that you bought that, it messes up the whole budget. So it's important to try to be in the budget every couple days so you don't forget, and to relook at your receipts and all that stuff and reconcile it.
And overall, honestly guys, I guess for a recap, we really enjoy the envelope system. We recommend it to anybody who's doing a Dave Ramsey, or if you're even not doing a Dave Ramsey. I think having an idea of where all your money is going and just kind of setting aside money each month for that gives you a better grasp on where everything is going instead of just willy-nilly swiping. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we used to do that, and it was like, where the heck? And I remember when I was pregnant, I went into the checking account and I wrote down all the random crap we bought, and it was like $1,000 of just crap.
It adds up quickly.
Coffee,
even if you're not even using your credit card.
It wasn't even
easy to
credit.
buy $3 here, $5 there, $6. It's just too easy.
Yeah, and we have goals. We're trying to achieve. We don't want extra money.
Dave Ramsey says that there's no emotion when you take plastic and swipe it. It's nothing.
You don't feel like you're losing something.
$5 and you're gonna pay for like a $4.86 coffee. You're like, damn it! I don't know if I want to do this.
Yeah, because you're literally handing over the money. Whereas at the car, you're like, whatever. You don't feel it. It's so true.
So. Yeah, we just want to thank you guys for watching. As always, let us know down in the comments if you guys have used envelope system, if you're doing Dave Ramsey. We'd love to know.
And if you have different categories than us, let us know. And I love to get ideas from you guys.
Any tips, advice for people starting, or anything for us too.
Yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Check back next week for an October recap. Hoping it will be a good one, and we will see you next time. Bye, guys.